Welcome back. Now we're going to go through a slightly more complex example of activity-based costing, and hopefully this will give you a really good feel for how we would do this and why we would definitely want a computer system if we were doing this in a larger operation. This is a separate worksheet from the one that you downloaded in the plant-wide allocation rate page. So make sure you have downloaded this worksheet so that you can follow along with me. Remember, while you're following along with me, don't just write in the correct answer, but write in how you got it. Formulas, where the numbers came from. If you have a printout, you can use highlighters or colored pens to draw arrows and really help you to have a great roadmap for how to do this when you get to do it on your own in the homework. Okay, so we have two sheets here. We have our data sheet, and then we have our worksheet. And I've copied over the steps. So the first step is identify all factory overhead costs. That's our numerator. And as luck would have it, it's been given to us. Now, if I wanted to, I could add these up. So I have this number when I check my work later. So I'm going to be allocating a total of $1,701,300 worth of factory overhead. Okay. Determine the activity that drives each type of cost. Again, this has been given to us, and it will be given to you on your homework and the exam. So we have changeover, machining, setups, welding, inspecting, rework, purchasing, providing space, and providing utilities. These are the activities that are driving the associated costs. Okay. Then the driver of changeover. So changeover creates 500 or has been assigned $500,000 worth of cost. What drives changeover? Well, the number of batches, right? Because you do a batch and then you have to change the machine settings if you're going to do a different type of batch. So the number of batches drives changeover. Machining, the costs associated with machining, that's driven by the machine hours. So based on the machine hours we use. Okay. So how much of the activity do we expect, the denominator? Once again, that's been given to us. So far, this ABC seems pretty simple, doesn't it? But don't worry, we're going to get to some fun stuff. For each type of cost, divide the overhead costs by the expected activity level. And this is going to be our cost per driver. So I'm just going to put it right here. Cost per driver. There's a place to do this on the worksheet too, but I just want to do it right here where everything's in front of us. Okay, so to get my cost per driver, I'm going to take my factory overhead costs divided by the quantity of the driver. So when it comes time to allocate changeover costs, I'm going to allocate $625 for each batch. I'm going to go to machine hours and do the same thing. Take my overhead cost, divide it by the quantity of machine hours, 6,000. So that means I'm going to allocate $46.50 for every machine hour used by a product. Okay, let me do one more. I'm going to take the total number of the total amount of costs related to setups, which is 225,000, and I'm going to divide it by the quantity of setups I expect, which is 120,000. So I'm going to allocate $1,875 for each setup a product uses, right? If they need a different kind of setup. So I'm going to copy this down. I don't think I need to go through every single one of these with you, but it's just basically this column C divided by column E. All right, so now I have my costs per driver. And then the next thing I'm going to do in the next video is I know how much of each driver my two products use, so I'm going to allocate my cost based on that information. But if you want to see that, you're going to have to tune in for the next video. And then we'll be going to the worksheet on the second page. All right, so I'm going to end this now, and I will see you on the next one.